Just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. Life is a long lesson in humility, so keep smiling. From fashion, entertainment, health, sports, relationship, down to marriage, lifestyle, business, an infotainment show that brings you everything you ever wanted to catch. So meet me, Bake, on the Vybez show this and every Thursday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on YouTube, Westline TV. Fashion, they say, is an expression of what you wear when it comes to clothing, shoes, hairstyle, and many other things that we put on ourselves, being accessories and all. Well, tonight we are going to talk about fashion shows, and its relevance to us, you know, how we relate to it in our daily lives, how even the income that it's bringing to us in this country. I have with me Taylor Rahim of Anafo BC as my guest, and also Christian Mesa, who is also a media personnel. This show is the Vybez show. As you know, we talk about everything that has to do with lifestyle, entertainment. You know, we learn things here. So I want you to stay glued on your seat whilst we go for a very quick break. Just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. Life is a long lesson in humility, so keep smiling. From fashion, entertainment, health, sports, relationship, down to marriage, lifestyle, business, an infotainment show that brings you everything you ever wanted to catch. So meet me, Bake, on the Vybez show this and every Thursday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on YouTube, Westline TV. Welcome back from the quick break. My hair was made by Lodi's Closet and my hair was made by X and Y Artistry. I always have to take my time to mention this. X and Y Artistry. They are at Kwesi Hospital Road, and my makeup was made by Lodi's Closets, and she is also at Kojo Chrome. My beautiful dress was made by Essa, that is Amy's Shop Afrique, also located at Tadisco Takrade. As I said earlier on, I have two beautiful guests with me in the studio, and we're going to talk about fashion. I know you have interest when it comes to these things, because sometimes, you know, we all, one way or the other, want to look good when we are going out. But, you know, however, they say how you dress is how you are dressed, right? Yeah. Yeah, sure. So I have with me a designer, and Anafo BC is actually a designer and a fashion show organizer, right? Yeah. Or you actually do event organization? No, we do both. Both? Yeah. So it's not just the fashion show? No, it's not just the fashion show. Event organizer, yeah, so sure. And then a media personnel, as I said earlier on before the break. Hello, welcome. Thank you. Okay, so let's just be so quick about this. You know, I hear this saying a lot that what you wear is how you are addressed, right? Yes. Like what you wear is how you're addressed. Yeah. How true is that?
It is true. It is true. Imagine being in slippers and you go to somewhere like Moving Pick and somebody is in a slick shoe. The two of you will be addressed differently. That one, they wouldn't care. They would only know about you after you tell them I'm a billionaire and this person is my driver. Okay, they wouldn't really care what.
For all you know, my slippers is some designer.
That is for all you know. After they found out who you are.
Okay.
Yes, but the moment they see you, how you look, your outlook, your immediate outlook is how everybody will address you. You understand?
Do you think people really take their fashion sense serious? Like when it comes to fashion, do you think people really pay attention to it?
Yeah, I think they do. I've noticed something with the media personalities in Takrade.
Okay.
Some years back, people go to the studio, they will just dress anyhow and go to the studio because no one sees them whilst they are there.
Yeah,
now it's different. You meet someone going to work, the DJs going to work, even the DJs that no one will see. You meet them going to work and you'll be surprised how they look. I've met a couple of them. So yeah, people are taking their fashion and how they look serious. I think the noise we've made for some time now has really gotten to people. So yeah, people are taking it serious.
Okay, Chris, you are into the media.
Yeah.
How true is what he's saying?
Oh, it is very true. You see, I have this thing that I say always. You need to dress to impress.
Okay.
Yes.
It's very necessary.
Yes, you need to dress to impress. Let me cite an example here for you. When this rapper came to Ghana, what's the name of that rapper who went to visit the McMill came to Ghana and went to the Flagstaff House or the Jubilee House.
Yeah.
Okay.
You saw how he was dressed, and people talked about it.
Yeah.
Of course, you were going to meet the president of the country, and you were dressed. You know, he was in a T-shirt and a short and all of that. People talked about it. Why would people talk about that?
Okay.
You understand? So, things have changed. Times have changed. People are very cautious of what they wear.
Yeah.
Me, for instance, aside from the being a media person, I also teach.
Okay.
Yes.
As in school classroom?
Yes, I teach.
Okay.
Yes. Sometimes students talk about teachers and the way they dress.
Yeah.
Yes, they will not say it for you to hear about it. Yes, but they discuss teach. I'm telling you, they discuss teachers.
Yeah.
Students discuss teachers about what they wear. And when you have the opportunity to speak to students and they tell you the kind of things they say about their teachers with respect to what they wear, you'll be surprised. So
bad comments, right? Or good?
Some, I don't know, it depends on who the person is or who they are talking about or who they are addressing. Definitely, even though we are saying fashion, has changed, people are cautious of what they wear, but not everyone is also aware of this. Not everyone takes their fashion sense to that highest extreme. Some of us are very careful with what we wear, but some also don't care. But I'm sure with time, a decade ago, things were not like this. People didn't mind what they were wearing, but now people are actually taking into consideration whatever they put on their body.
So my big brother is a teacher at Archbishop Potters.
Okay.
So I think with us, we've always wanted to dress a certain way from when we were kids. So he goes to class, and then there's a student, who basically says she is in love with him because of how he dresses.
Okay.
You understand?
And also pays attention to him, I guess, because of how he dresses.
Because of how, so when he's in class, the whole class is quiet.
Okay.
I used to teach at Ideal College. I used to teach elective and core maths. And when you dress to class, they won't tell you directly, but the people, the ones that are your friends will come and tell you. Now, if you go to work, like my brother, when he goes to work, his colleagues are always like, what are you wearing? Where did you get this one from? They are asking you because they've seen that you are dressing good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's true.
Yeah.
But don't you think you made mention that people are now paying attention to what they wear these days and all that.
People were paying attention then, true. Not only now, but things have improved.
Changed. At least it has
improved. Yeah, there's an improvement.
Don't you think the improvement is actually based on the fact that now social media, you might never know who is taking a picture of you to put out there to tease you or something?
It's there, but it's not really true. When I was in JS, I had a teacher called Mr. Solomon. Mr. Solo. I think he's the first person I actually saw wearing skinny jeans. He wears skinny jeans, tuck in and come to class.
And by then, was it trending?
By then, if you wear skinny jeans, they will call you gay. Okay. Or they call you other names, yeah.
By then?
By then, back then. This is like the 2000s. Well, we are still in 2000. This is like the 2003, 2004.
Okay.
He was wearing skinny jeans. Back when they used to call it, excuse me to say, cocaine jeans. It was very skinny. But he was wearing it. And he still wears it. So basically, he wore the future before we even saw the future. Yeah. So some people have been doing it, but just that back then, the social media wasn't there. You see the twins that teach, those twins that teach. There are twins on social media, they teach. Okay. They are both, I think they are both teachers. Okay. Every day, they are on point.
They're on point.
Every day.
Okay, so I do hear this too, that fashion is how you style yourself. There's no formula to it. There's no, trend. There's no way. However you rock it and it comes out well, it's actually okay. Okay, how true is that one too? Because I could feel like, okay, like today, let's say I'm wearing some jeans with kaba, and I feel like, yeah,
okay.
It's okay. As far as I'm feeling it, you might not feel it. You just said, and it was, you might not feel it, but I might feel it. So, is it like I made a bad choice or something, or?
Well, you can make a bad choice depending on where you are going.
Okay.
Where you're going.
Yeah.
So also, you want to tell me that wherever you go, there's a dress.
There is a certain unspoken code how you will dress. Let's say you are going for an interview, and this is a managerial interview that I'm going for. I don't think you wear Lacoste to that place.
Okay.
You won't wear kaftan to those. You won't wear a kaftan to go look for a managerial position kind of job. You definitely wear a suit and a tie. At least you wear a tie and a shirt.
Okay. Do you think people are well informed on what to wear to a particular place?
I don't think so.
You don't think
yes, I don't think so. The reason being that, well, what I know is that people have these ideas already. Okay, I'm going for, like he mentioned, I'm going for an interview. I know I am going for an interview. I have seen people go for interviews. What do they put on when they are going for? So we look at those things. We learn from people. But no one comes to tell you that, hey, wherever we're going from, wherever we're coming from, no one will tell you that you are going for an interview, so dress this way or dress that way. We learn from the environment that we come from. We learn from the environment. So you've seen people go for interview. You've seen people go to places and what they put on. You are going for a dinner. Yeah. You've seen people go for dinner. What do they put on? So that informs you what you are supposed to put on as well.
But what about the media? Are they really helping with?
You see, fashion.
Because if I have to look at what people are wearing to events to learn from them.
Fashion in
What
itself.
about if I don't have that kind of opportunity? I live in a place that you don't get to see.
I understand where you're coming from, but fashion in itself has not been something that has been talked about so much, especially in our media space. Yes, we feel that you want to put on whatever you want to, just look good and go. Just look good and go your way. People, how many times do you hear about people talking about, or media houses discussing, fashion, put on this when you are going here, put on this and that. It really comes up. You understand? But like I said, in our own small way, we try to learn. Now, internet all over. You want to go for an interview, probably you might want to Google and find out what you can put on when you are going for an interview. When you are going for, let me be specific, going for a job interview, or you're going for a dinner. What am I supposed to put on? You Google and you get answers. So people are really learning from some of these places, but not the traditional media houses. How many times do we sit on radio or on TV, unless, the likes of Taylor Rahim, they are coming to, do their strap up, and then you hear them talk about fashion and the importance of looking good and all of that. Aside from that, I think most of the things we learn from the immediate environment, or maybe from the internet, whilst the internet is in place now. So for me, I think that it is not something we have really talked about so much in our, put on this, put on that. Once a while, yes, people might talk about it, but it is not, you know, something that is more often done on, you know, on our radio stations and then on TVs. No, I have not seen that yet.
You see that thing, that saying that when you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. I'm sure you watched the World Cup.
Yes.
Yeah, the lead for the Qatarian team, when he's in his country, he was always in a jalabia with his head. Yeah, you remember.
Yeah.
But when they went for the bidding of the World Cup, you saw him in suit and tie.
Yeah.
Because every single person there was in suit and tie.
Sure.
Do you remember?
Yes.
So where you are going is so much important to you. What you are going to wear, how you are going to look, the function of, like, the purpose of the outfit you are even wearing is a problem. We used to discuss this on radio some years back, but
when you say we used to,
okay, some of the radio stations used to call, then we will have this discussion.
That is the designers.
Yeah, that is us.
Okay.
But it's not there. So now you hear people talk about it online.
Yeah.
If we have segments in shows that will talk about these things, I think people will be pre-informed about what they wear the next time they are going out.
Let me also add this one. You know, let me add this one to what you just said. You know, where you are going determines what you are supposed to put on. When Idris Elba came to Ghana for the Akwesi Diet, he was in jeans. When he got to the Durbar ground, they told him, no, you can't wear this. They gave him kente clothes to put on.
It was even a suggestion. And then the moment they met, he was like, oh, he had to.
And he looked good.
And he looked like a real African man.
Yes. So I really, you know, understand what he's saying. Where you are going, you know, or what you put on, you know, should inform where you are going, or better still, where you are going should inform you of what you are supposed to put on. Yes.
They have their way of
exactly.
And all that.
Exactly.
You might wear something that might look like you are insulting.
Exactly. We have Ghanaians. We have Ghanaians come from Dubai and they are in jalabia and some hijab and all of that. I mean, that is not what we wear here, but they come from Dubai and they put on those things.
Okay. Lately, you see schools trying to introduce this culture week, culture days, and all that, and they dress in different ways. Is it really necessary? Because sometimes I feel like it's waste of money.
No, it's not. It is. You see,
I feel like it's waste of money.
When I'm telling you, when I'm teaching you as a student, and I keep telling you about stuff that is in Ghana, you see, there are so many ignorant people in America. Do you know that? Like America has
is it just America?
America has one of the huge ignorant people. Relax, I'm not saying uneducated. They have so many ignorant people. They are ignorant of the fact that they don't even know Ghana is a country.
Yeah.
They think the whole of Africa is just one country.
Yes.
But we are here. We know everything about Chicago. Yes. We know the people who live in Louisiana. We know people in Connecticut. Like, we basically know everything there, but they don't know about us.
Yes.
So if we are telling our kids, people from Australia dress like this, people from India dress like this, we are giving them the information that they don't go look ignorant somewhere. To me, I really wish they do that thing every time. I know it's expensive for kids.
It's expensive because this way it's one time and it's
especially
like
the career day.
Oh, Charlie.
The career day pre-informs them how they look like when they get into that career. And then at that stage, your brain is that soft to manipulate. So
and every year they change their
career.
Every year they change their career. So a friend of mine has found a strategy. Okay, you know what? You have to be a teacher. So as for a teacher, you don't need any
just wear your normal dress.
Your normal dress. Just look good and go. Every year, I told her, why do you want her to be a teacher every year? People are changing profession every year.
Those days we've known people that sew. Let me say people that sew, people that are into fashion. Not to really, go to school. It's like, and I say if you're so.
I know, just say what you want to say.
I'm into that. So I know that feeling. Sometimes they see you are speaking English and you're like, oh, Okay.
But I don't feel like that anymore.
No, people actually, they raise their eyebrows, when they see
hear
that
where
you're
you're coming
sewing
from.
But now you see that things have changed.
Yeah.
There are fashion designers actually dominating a lot in the system. I'm not. This one is not for me. It's for you. Do you think fashion really pays? Especially in Ghana, do you think fashion pays?
It does.
It does pay in
does.
Ghana.
It is what there's. I don't think there's any job that doesn't pay. The question is, what value are you adding to yourself?
Yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
What value have you added to the skill that you've learned?
Okay.
You know how to sew. You can cut. You know how to use the machine. Good. What else have you added to yourself? I'm a marketing degree holder. Before I started this sewing fashion, before I even learned how to sew, I started marketing a brand, a fashion brand. Before I even started everything, I started marketing the brand. So before I could even make a stitch, people knew about the brand that was already there. And people were able to relate to it, because in school, we learned it's easy to sell to people who can relate to you.
Yes.
And it's normal.
Yeah.
If I can come and sit here with you every day and we talk, I'm sure the next time I come and say, Charlie, me was sure to be a dread. Definitely you go like, let me see. Even if you don't buy, you say, let me see. Next time when someone asks you for a shorts, you mention me.
Yes,
you understand? And this is from the education that we had. So when you add value to yourself, your craft will go far. Fashion pays. I won't lie to you.
But you still hear people complain,
Yeah, because the human knew. Because the fact is, when they bring the job, you don't have that time to actually do what the customer wants.
Okay,
yeah.
So these days, you see more fashion designers trying to organize events. That is the fashion shows.
Yeah.
I know these fashion shows actually also help one way or the other to tell us what to wear to a certain place and all that. I want to know what really goes into the fashion shows. You are an organizer of a fashion. That is the strap up.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me what goes into the fashion shows.
Fashion show is actually supposed to, let's say the two of us are designers, is supposed to tell my customers the collection I have for the next season.
Your customers?
Yes, it's supposed to tell my customers and the rest of the world, like the things we have available the next season. Like we are going to have a kaftan, but a particular kind of kaftan. A kaftan that will have some place where you can put your phone without it worrying you. A kaftan that has a different function for you, like a kaftan that is branded in a way, the moment you see it from afar, you know this. So the fashion shows is supposed to introduce what we want to show you for the next season. That is the major purpose of the fashion show. You understand? But what goes into it in organizing it, it's a long, it's more like every other event.
Okay.
Yes, it's more like but with fashion, you will need your logistics. I don't know if I'm supposed to give the whole breakdown.
Oh, you can at least enlighten us.
Okay, so you need your logistics, that the stage, light, sound, your runway, you need your backdrops, and of course you will definitely have some sponsors. If you don't have sponsors, you have designers who will be on the show. Okay. And then another major thing is you need designers. And one major thing is you need models.
Okay.
Yes. You need models you would pay.
Okay.
You need models you will pay. And you need the designers to be on board. You need the artists to entertain your guests. Okay. And you need a good place, location for it. Yes. And then you need, because the designers will bring their stuff for the models to wear. Yes. So yeah, I think these are some of the things you need.
Okay. So we will get back to the things you need, how you're able to get them to make the show. Yeah, I know there are a lot of things that you want to share with me, but we will have to go on a very quick break. And when we come back, we have Osebo the Zara Man. I know you've heard the name. We have Osebo the Zara Man coming through with the show. Let's go for a quick break. Just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day.
Life is a long lesson in humility, so keep smiling. From fashion, entertainment, health, sports, relationship, down to marriage, lifestyle, business, an infotainment show that brings you everything you ever wanted to catch. So meet me, Bake, on the Vybez Show this and every Thursday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on YouTube, Westline TV.
Well, welcome back from the break. Before we left, we were talking about fashion shows, and the things that goes into it. I told you that when we come back, we have Osebo, the Zara man, on the show. Hello, Osebo, the Zara man. Good evening.
Fine evening.
It's a great pleasure to have you on the Vybez show.
You now where?
Okay. Osebo, the Zara man.
Yes,
Pacho within the Ghana for baby nati within pa Bampacho can me who is Osebo the Zara man, at least for the benefit of Omwa Omunimuno.
Osebo the Zara man you'll be a King Kesu or Ashanti region. Ne papa fi akomadan ana ma me fi King Kesu. Osebo starting abroad. I want King Kesu na ne papa e police in the onya transfer by the tube. O free the tube onya transfer e ba so hu. Ana Osebo ina kwan e tu kwan kwa the tube. And the rabbit match up Osebo the Zara man ho eno. E nyanom 6 Osebo ni pegini.
Okay.
And then 5 and no baba.
Okay. Okay, Osebo the Zara man within here boni afa the Zara man aka okrenye de sir. Okay, Osebo ye nimpa se Ghana ha se wo ka omo a ye ka fashion ye ka style la ye be kan mo aka ho ye be kan wo aka ho. We want to know, say, how do you describe your fashion style?
My fashion style.
Yeah, we be describing it. Say, oh, the style net to say. Me trend and say net say. Me nye ma de to say, but me de not say. So describe it to us.
I own my fashion sense. I don't copy. Me copy will be me only me have a fashion sense. Me copy will be and fashion is about being unique. Fashion, let's say, over try to be over stand out. Then people will talk about it. That is fashion. And you can say, you will be a young also be as so unique now demo back up. You will be who was wow, this guy looks different.
Okay.
And to name me, you know, that is me. I own my fashion sense and I do things that makes me happy. But Atalia is a missile, but when you know, Atalia will be intimate and make muscle. Because fashion, so we have to do boldness. And I would me it media Stanley like to become a fashionista. And to maybe you know, sort of medical channel. I own my fashion sense. I don't copy anybody. I do my own thing and maintain for the car because we'll be in dress the same way I made the dressing. And I will be asking to dress the same way a person will be so dressing. It will be a idea. That is how I made this cover in the fashion sense.
Okay, but most of the time, you just say also social media, especially as a for a can will try to say Berman or skirts near there, and you know they try to this social media bully thing. They try to actually, you know, get you into it. A show, it do be a can and you know sometimes everybody say be a family hosa, but when they can catch a call kakao. And now you say we styling.
And Hamekra say the minimum fashion a lot of people doesn't know.
Okay.
And you know, it's a work the dress on Wasma and Hamek. That is how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
It's a cow dress on Wasm. It's say you are unique. It's a cow dress on Wasm. And I Ghana and you could be you can't fashion country Ghana and Kano. Compare Ghana to the Nigerians, no. Any Congo, any most of the African countries, no. Ghana is fashion sense no ever form and doesn't exist for the And the dressing the Brioha, Osha, the way celebrities, and then most of the Ghanaians dress, it's different from the Nigerians for dressing. It's also because Nigeria for fashion more.
Okay.
And the dressing the Brioha, maybe Nigeria is very common.
Okay.
Very, very common because of more high sense of fashion. And it's very common in Nigeria and even outside Ghana. And I say, you pay one some, I say, you pay one some, will be enough to draw, or which media stand out. And it's a stand out, definitely, a better for family. And the better was some time. More now, more can watch them more. The short I will now can watch them more. Somebody more than that, and I worse than that, the back now can watch them. That is all fashion is about. And they have a cry.
Okay. What can I say? Ghana, you can't fashion, you can't. Like you can't say, at least you made mention of Nigeria, say at least they are better than Ghana when it comes to fashion. Have you thought of a way fashion sense no believe you pan? Have you thought of a way you can also help, let's say through fashion shows near there to educate Ghanaians on ways we should improve on our fashion sense? What dream be let's say going into fashion shows, organizing shows, and all that.
Okay, I'm coming up with my own clothing line. Master Fukwada, just that officially in Milan year.
Okay.
A year before the end of this year, a balance. And Okasano can we say a previous skate, and yes, a kill, a Scotland for a dressing, and Santa, so your second special places. I'm Indian because I'm into this business. Most of them are for business. Just to advertise for the Ameton, Amanco for PBA, no more energy. And yet every day, and I'm said that's our type of talent. You do a promise, with the year just a photo shoot, to send a walk of fashion show. Most of them talent is a fashion show, no, it doesn't come out. A sort of fashion show you got after the show, near you. Some maybe the real, then found Quabonton. With the year, Manco phone say yes. This guy really understands fashion. And a idea fashion, so nobody understands the definition or nobody knows the definition of fashion. It has no formula.
Okay.
The first thing we have to say, and I think that is how they all started. You must tell me, you say. But then, now, I buy a big brand, I'm all these designers and for photo all the time. Sanumuna, especially. And me bomb pay ever with Sumu and say, Dakro. You bring a big design of Ghana ha, the clothing line of the Osebo de Jalama, and for the chance to say, said you know, but he's up to something. After all, some medallion, that would be now. And where I'm going with my fashion sense, it is only me free a couple of Gatanga, but do I want to overhead. So you can see, say, I still have a long way to go. Okay. You haven't seen even quarter of what I'm coming up with.
Okay.
And the biggest year ever, and then now, so see, I'm starting. Starting to think every achieving goals. And in the digital dark when we talk about fashion, what's about doing to me, a back America said, design a by near Osebo. A man for also could do a smart dressy the way they want, or a winning Capentia woman. And that thing say, at the top at the end of the day. That has been my prayer.
Okay. Osebo. Where the Mifa we embremu kakra. Enche bia woni look on choba sofo ajagraja. Enya ntawa kakra bi e be friend beef. Also saw no so me who say opa na also waba. You come, you meet up with whatever he's also bringing. Was it really a joke? And I said, no, something serious. And I said, it was for trend. And I said,
oh, what we say, Ghana, in the history of Ghana, before about social media, I can be as of food, as of what time, gospel musicians, gospel musicians, and celebrity video, more time, we see. And the many community, it was different. I mean, it was so entertaining. Now, and for degree, any job home because of the way I'm not too adult. Yaka boom. Now, you can say, any big picture was fashion. Winter and style or winter because I came up with a combination, it's a calculation. And another person said, combination is also a movement. And there's idea, and the influence here, near Shenia, will be between Donko. But once I'm I was doing one talent. We have to do doing talent could be a year. Or no other boss no to the as of the idea, may I be any more fat dressing there. Some of them are fucking with a Osebo. And don't know about us the cafe. Entirely as and George need beef. What did you do? It was so entertaining Ghana for. Now, since you are 10 of 5 years, I did be a enemy, Ubin, yes, or your software, be a fascinator. And the only mammy line and make us also be beating there.
Okay, that is a name idea, a serious, nay, grow. If I got you right. Hello, Osebo. Hello. Hello, Osebo. Okay, I think Osebo is out of the line, but we'll still continue. When we get him, we will still continue with him. But then, let me come to, when Osebo was talking, he made mention of, say, Ghana, when we are talking about fashion, like I say, we don't even know what we are doing. Do you agree with him?
I agree with him to an extent. We've lost a lot of identity as Ghanaians.
That is our tradition, what we really have to wear.
Yeah, our culture. We've lost most of it. But watch the northerness. The people from the north. You see, when we say Ghana, we always talk about the southern part.
Okay, yeah.
People who are actually holding on to their culture in terms of what they wear are the people from the north. And funny also about smoke now, baby. Have you seen a northern chief in a smoke before? That smoke is not just the simple one. Or just smoke in the best 2, 3 guso.
Yeah.
That one, if I put on you, I'm sure you sit down straight. We've lost a lot of things when it comes to our cultural identity. And what he's saying is true. You see, even what he himself is doing has a lot of Italian taste in it.
But it's not our culture.
Yes, it's not. So,
he's also introducing something different to it, which isn't, ours.
But what he does, every time he does that, you realize there's a bit of a Ghanaian something in what he wears. I don't really watch what he wears, but we're going to watch skirts, the skills that he wears.
Yeah.
We're going to sometimes it's in an African print, Ghanaian print or something, or a jeans print or something like that. He does that.
But it's not our way of
But there's a bit of it. See, we keep saying kaftans. This thing came from Nigeria.
The kaftan.
Yeah. The Nigerians wear kaftans more than we do.
Yes.
And even in my studio, someone will come and give you a style. The style they've given you is from Nigeria. Everything the picture they are bringing to you is from Nigeria.
Okay, so Osebo is back.
Software update notification
is back. Hello, Osebo. I think
Yeah, so
hello, Osebo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were saying something. Next said na agro and na moody keke nenya de bia ye befa no serious sir.
No. Nenya de yes to agro na need.
Agro na moody. Okay. Osebo before obeko no me pacho what do you think is the biggest, because you made mention say Ghana your fashion sense near there looks like you are touching makakra ewo. What do you think is the biggest challenge when it comes to the fashion industry ewo Ghana has it?
La need break pa.
Oh sorry, me say wo kasa no pacha otemenka.
Afere me tonka.
Okay. O kasa no ka say Ghana ha ye ba ne fashion na ye sheda ndi mu ye ewo mu. Na we can say you can't cry or cry and can't home. So me person me be so I won't say you already your name is out there already. What do you think say and only your biggest challenges when it comes to the fashion industry? Ewa Ghana has it.
My position because land in your
hello, what's about Pachotaminka?
After me tonka.
Okay. Na make her say, o kasa Ghana had ye ka fashion na ye nka ho. When it comes to fashion, ye touch ma pa ewo nyoma bebre mu. And me bisa say, what do you think say your biggest challenge pa when it comes to the fashion industry? Ghana for your biggest challenge pa ma ye touch ma ewo fashion munu den. What do you think is our biggest challenge when it comes to the fashion industry?
Okay. One say, many Nigeria for Athena, in fact, only would be many fashion way back in Italy in 1995.
Okay.
Nigeria folk Pesika, normally party, you and no more, say young Ghana for.
Okay.
Most of Ghanaians know, so you could kind of a party and a papa, I have one. You're doing it, Baba Bakan and make cotton be about 10,000 and now 5,000. I'll be meeting the cotton cement, and I'm meeting the cotton a view full and I'm meeting my 2 beer, make my share. I didn't make cotton the any boarding. And no, I'm a hard you know, up to so I'm a pet, anybody bring no empire the other boarding, even though you know a year.
Okay.
It's been taught the other board in the infant and the so what would you call now? You get a shop now for 5 years. Men Pabwa is a best fashion they use, and not even 300 use one for that. Other cat of the board in the door, I didn't know what to talk about the asset, I didn't Pabwa, I didn't. But the dear for because of the fashion of things, I didn't so many. And one of us was sad, yeah, I would be able to say, yes, I didn't air shit. And when I did more, my papa, and I'm being other 2 years for Lana so as. And do the shah. Very few people, and almost no party are boarding, even fools who crumple a papa. You bring person better because of it enable head being a crack. And he will fit with palm, the real social media back. Men call for dresses, men call for court program. I call red carpet. I'm a movie we are the kind of dressing I think they call red carpet, the kind of dressing I require the kind of dressing I require party, the kind of dressing I require dory, the kind of dressing I require dinner. I think with time, we'll get to where Nigeria for me a war. And easy, but then. You don't call after now for than before. Before then, you cry. But don't have to this year, we need to program like that, you know, to say improvement, them. And I believe that with time, you do with time, you do. And I think so. Social media, anytime to the idea, but you find a combination is a calculation. And the way I'm in social media,
can it be a mommy?
For the year, you know, so many people are learning.
Osebo,
hello. Yeah, and also a bit my boy.
Okay, Osebo, Pacho, what times we will say a day?
Combination is a calculation.
Combination is a calculation. And we are times wrong. As a matter of what can that?
Yeah, I'm a temp from the Bible.
And
say, I did the Albe calculating. No, I fight. No, I fight. It was sneakers white.
Okay.
Mina jeans black. Mina better black. And I know Pabwa black. Better black. Top white. Down black. The Kanina Buma, calculating a combination. Now they are dressing. So it's also calculation. Dressing your calculation.
Okay. Also, one patch of me, besides, we patch up. If invite to shows, I will call there. Like a young for organizing fashion shows, no more invite to our call. Because sometimes we want to see people that have this fashion sense, you know, show up in fashion shows in your day. I am invite to our call. And I am
invite to my fashion program. I'm inviting me now.
Sir, but you ready for see your movie invite to why?
Many programs.
To West Ready, you ready? Say, oh, but I say for the next show because we would love to see you here.
Many programs.
Okay, thank you very much. But also, Pacho, before I make our call, Pacho will be can share me what's it concerning fashion and the industry.
Oh, my footwear, I'm able to you for no now for the fair. When you take the Usisu Abrabum now, Agabono, I said bicycle, and I insure airto.
Okay.
Life, I insure airto. In you know, see, I may die. The moment they pop and getting. To injury able any again. And the thing and say, I can say, no can rush a wabrabum. No more grand fakwan bonus so empty. The Bible so we are nice like a video would you could share any yaso. You would say, yes, I do my thing, who not go. Yes, I respect and then you could be a wife so loyal for, so you can so you name, so you take ya, so letting once a winning one day. So I respect no, you could be a wife if you say. The Yamina Masubisan Unica, and so when I am torn, no muscle. The more near, respect I will show, never many friends of Weedy, the Buana Aye. And to my 57 say, in another say, na yen tena se enianum yen fa odo yen yen libre ahoye asemen kunya enfi mu na yen kem se ni pede awowe ni nama eni
nana wanu from I part of it as bebre anyway futo any enlightening us on the industry and your thoughts on it. Me da se pa se oba the Vybez shows. So
me da se bebre.
Thank you very much, Osebo. So that
You're
was
welcome.
Osebo, the Zara man. You can check up on social media. You will see him. He's actually, one. I don't know whether to use the word controversial when it comes to fashion and all that. But he said so many things, and I'm sure some of it will agree, and that's all of it.
Yeah, me like this, I can't dress the way he dressed.
You can't dress the way he dressed. So there's a calculation by, the terms that he used.
I can't dress the way he dressed, but he said something. Calculation.
Combination is calculation. Combination is calculation.
Okay. Combination
so you want
calculation.
to, if you want to, I think what he was trying to say is that if you want to put on anything, however you want to combine the colors of your clothes, you would have to calculate it first.
You have to be coordinated.
Exactly. I'm sure that was what he meant. Yes,
I think that's what it means.
Yeah, the coordination is what he was talking about. Yes.
I mean, Steve Harvey have said this before, and then we are working on a video like that. You see, Steve Harvey mentioned that every guy needs a certain number of a certain color, number of suits where you can cross dress them, yes, and a certain number of shirts, colors, So it's like that. But me, I can dress like the way Stevie talked about, but the way he dresses,
You
see, he said something that he wants to get to a point where people will say, Osebo, the Zara man, Becca. You see, Balenciaga, the brand Balenciaga, the person who did the very first Balenciaga design, it wasn't meant for human beings.
It was meant for what?
It was meant for the Spanish royal people, their cats.
Hey, the designers are teaching us.
It was their cats. Okay. So he used to just... Like his mom used to work in the Spanish royal house, so he would make those knitted dresses for cats, for their pets, yes, to keep them warm and stuff. That's how Balenciaga started.
Okay, that's interesting.
So, you might not know. So
someone like Nike, the person who started Nike, it has a funny story. He had to travel in and out of Asia. He came back, just a sample of shoe that they will bring to him. He almost went mad waiting for the shoe, because every shoe Americans used to wear was heavy.
Okay.
But he thought about the fact that you are running. You wouldn't need something heavy to wear. You need something lighter that will stick to your toe. You see, there are shoes, they are normal shoes, they are light, but when the moment you run, it comes off your feet. Yes. So.
I want to my own Okay, so before we went for the break and Osebo came through, we were talking about fashion shows, organizing it and all that, and what actually goes into it. You were saying something. Do you guys easily get sponsorship for the shows when you're organizing it?
We don't easily get sponsorship. Last year, our set edition, we did the whole show in-house.
So what do you think is the causes of not getting the sponsorship? Is it like you send in late letters, or they are just not interested in fashion shows when it comes to Western?
With Western region, I really don't know the reason. There are people who show interest in sponsoring, but it gets there and then it takes time for the sponsorship money to trickle in. I think it's everywhere with all the shows in Takrady. Sometimes you need the money before the show, but you might get the money after the show, which will hurt the quality of the show. Because Yemfan said, I'm going to bring in a lighting person who is charging a certain amount, but I can't pay the person there and there. And see, when the lighting person is coming, instead of bringing the whole, everything about his lighting, he will just bring a piece of them, because he will tell you he didn't have enough money to transport the stuff to the venue. We've started using live band. Last year we used live band, and to me, Strap Up 2018 was one of the best that we had. But last year it was just nice.
Massive.
It was just nice. Because from stage to costume to the audience to how the audience related to the people, like the people on stage, the clothes, everything was on point. Yes.
Yeah.
And then it felt good.
Okay.
But guess what? This was an in-house sponsor.
You don't really get the sponsorship. What about the media?
You see, I want to just come in here. You see, these corporate bodies that sponsor programs, they are not Father Christmas. When they sponsor your program, definitely they would want to get some return. Okay. It is business.
Yes.
So the question is, how much are they also going to make from sponsoring your program? The numbers, they look at the numbers. So I want to sponsor your program. I put X amount into your program. I want to sponsor it. But if I'm not, privy to the number of people that are going to come, going to attend the event. I mean, talk about even the venues we have here. How large are the auditoriums for these events? How many people are going to be there? How many eyeballs are going to see, my products? So they look at some of these things. Okay. Definitely, if the numbers are not encouraging, trust me, they will not come on board to sponsor you.
Okay, but what about the media? I think with the media, you have to do with audience too as well.
You mean the media?
Yeah, the media's in the radio stations and all
coming
that.
On board to sponsor.
Yes, to be part of the fashion.
Of course, the media house is there. The media house is also doing it, its business or their business. So you would have to come to them that this is what I want to do.
Do they also involve, like especially in Western region here? Do they involve themselves when it comes to fashion?
Yeah, we've really enjoyed media coverage in Strap Up. The like the lifespan of Strap Up, it's really been centered on the media. But the media can only send out the information that we are sending to them out. The media can only tell the people the venue, the price, the things we are going to do, things that has happened before. That's the best the media can do.
Okay.
You understand? The media houses don't have the budgets to sponsor shows like Strap Up.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, but they coming on board is a way of
Yes. So that's also
okay. So that is when it comes to Western, the media does better with the fashion shows.
But last year, like this, we wanted to just we had two things we wanted to do. Find out exactly how much it will cost from A to Z. We did, and then we wanted to know how much we Relevance, our social media, our radio stations, the impact they have on Strap Up as a whole.
Okay.
So at a point last year like this, there was no interviews, there was no radio ads, there was nothing on radio. We wanted to see how much we can sell from in-house and see the strength of where Strap Up, because it's been 5 years. And then there was a sit here. So we wanted to see, can Strap Up sell on its own? And it did. We sold 70 to 80% of the tickets. So if we are able to do this, and the next year we put in the media, I think we will do better.
Sure.
Yes, and then with everything, sometimes you need to, with marketing, you need to measure your results. If you can't separate the effect of the radio stations from the on the show, from the effect of sponsors on the show, if you can't measure them, if you can't separate them, you have an issue. You don't know which one is bringing you the revenue. You don't know which one is taking work from you. You understand? But last year we did that as an I don't know if we will call it experiment form, or we wanted to figure out how everything works after 5 years.
Okay.
So on the 6th edition, we did that and we found out everything. We found out the best way to sell tickets. We found out the best way to approach sponsors. We found out the best way to who in the media we are approaching, how we go to designers. So this year we came out, we have Strap Up documents that is like, if I should give it to you, you will like it.
Okay.
Anybody at all will like it, and you would want to be there. And last year we had a very good show. That was the first time we brought an artist out of the region.
Okay.
Yes,
that is Strap Up.
Yes, Strap Up.
Okay. Now let's I know Strap Up have been consistent with their shows, I think for 5 years, right?
Yeah, it's been
Or
6
4
years. This is the
years.
7th year.
This is the 7th year, okay. But before Strap Up,
Yes.
there's been fashion shows.
Yes.
That I remember, is it
Takrady Fashion
Tardy
Show.
Fashion Week and all that. And there were other ones. I don't really remember. I know some other individual designers to have tried.
Yeah, we had Unique S.
Unique S, yes,
Yes.
Unique S. I know some other designers also tried to do something.
Yeah.
But it looks like they are not so consistent with, is it like they are also not getting, what's the difference, with you being consistent for this years, the 6 years, and they coming in, try 1 or 2, and then they have to eventually back off. What do you think is the challenge when it comes to it? They're trying to, because it's the region, it's in the region,
But
But so far, it looks like you are the only one who is organizing fashion show for now. I don't know of
No,
any
not
big
really.
one.
We have the Oil City Fashion Weekend.
It's also
Yeah,
the big
I think last year it was organized, and last 2 years it was. So I would
so
say
they
yeah,
started
it goes
2 years
on.
ago.
I think 3 years ago.
3 years ago,
Yeah,
okay.
2019.
Okay.
Yes.
But what do you think is the reason why when they start, eventually they have to...
We want to do fashion shows.
But
Yes.
what is it? I thought it was fashion show.
So the thing is, when I started the brand, one of the things I wanted to do was to get to people using fashion show. And now for BC clothing is still in existence. So
Okay.
Strap Up will still be in existence.
Okay.
So if an BC clothing is not there, Strap Up will be on its own with other designers. At a point in the lifespan of Strap Up, we had an issue with the fact that Strap Up was an BC clothing. So we separated the two. So you realize the two are registered separately.
Okay.
Strap Up is different from an BC clothing now. So Strap Up is an event organizing on its own. There are different things we want to do. So it's not just organizing the fashion show.
Okay.
You understand? We wanted to, and BC wanted to look for customers or clients for its brand. That's why I started the fashion show. And when we did, we met people, we got other people who could come on board and buy stuff from us. And then it helped. You understand? And then the next year, we wanted to move it from Image is Everything, which was the very first one. We wanted to move it from there to a name that will stay for a fashion show. Then we called it Strap Up.
Okay.
Yeah, so it stayed from Strap Up till now. The thing is, it's not easy organizing fashion show. There was a year we had the Western Music Award was not going to happen. It was everything was delaying and
Yes,
but
I
it
think
still
that was
happened.
I think that was the COVID year.
Yes, but
Yeah.
it still happened.
Yeah.
The COVID year, Strap Up was not going to happen, but it still happened. Funny enough, our highest numbers we've had in terms of people coming for shows was the COVID season.
Okay.
We had we had 20 seats with six, is it six?
Yeah.
Six, the spaces. We had 200 seats. Later on, we had to bring extra seats
seats.
for people to sit on.
Okay.
That was the COVID season.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Let me dig a little bit into how you organize the shows. We know there are models involved and all that. How do you pay models if you have to do all these things? And do we have an agency that manage these models, or they're just individuals that are doing their own thing and you have to go look for them to come on board? How do you organize, that part of it? Because I know there can't be, there can be a show, a fashion show without models.
Yes.
But, when you need the people to be
walk
on the
on the
runway
runway.
and all that, you definitely
You
need
need them.
somebody to wear it.
So-
So how do you get them? Is it a challenge, or
Yeah.
you have your people already, you have your models already, or you have to seek for agencies,
Yeah.
let's say outside Western, and all, like how do you organize these
the
things?
first time we organized the fashion show, Kwesi Aguirre was the one who brought the models.
Okay.
So he handpicked a couple of models.
Okay.
That was the first one. So the next year we realized we can't handpick people. We have to open it, because if you are building a fashion industry, modeling is also part of it, and you need to improve the models so that you can get better models in your next shows. So we started casting. So we give people the chance to get on board. You get casted. If you are good enough, you get onto the show. So from 2019,
doesn't mean. Sorry to cut you short, but so you do auditions.
Yes, we do casting.
Okay.
We do auditions. Yes,
Okay.
for the models.
Okay.
Yes, that is the professional models because they will be paid. You understand? But if I want,
does it mean that there are others who are not going to be paid?
yes, there are others that will not.
About
be
you
Like
guys.
you,
Because
when
you
you-
can't pay
No,
them.
why?
That's why you don't pay them. Because if you're saying professional models, that means you get them from their
So,
agencies.
Strap Up has
so
to-
Is it the ones you handpick that you don't pay?
No, Strap Up has two categories of models. We have the professional models. These are the models that come for casting. They are models who want to model. And then we have the faces of Takrady, which are the radio presenters,
Yes,
the
I see
CEOs.
radio
Those,
presenters
so
being
they
part
are,
of Strap Up
yes.
and
So
all.
those people, we are not paying them.
Okay.
These are people for Strap Up. Let's say if I put Ejam Pabin on Strap Up,
Okay.
I can't pay Ejam Pabin to work on the show.
Okay.
You understand? I can't pay PM to be on the show. I can't pay Yao. I can't pay Safas. I can't pay you to go and work on Strap Up. It's not like we can't, because we've not gotten to that stage now. We can actually pay the big artists to be on. Yes. So what we do is the professional models augment the other models so that we would have that. So you realize every brand that comes out, we have the professional models. Those ones are paid.
Okay.
These are the people who go through the casting. They are paid. After them is the faces of Takrady.
Okay.
And then those ones, these guys are people who already wants to help the show. Kojo Amwakunzole has worked on Strap Up. Joe Kumi has worked on Strap Up. And Rosalind Jan has been on Strap Up. Basically, they've worked on Strap Up. Macaw.
Yeah. I've seen a whole lot.
Yes.
PM. Yeah.
PM is like.
I mean, you haven't put it in the...
Yeah, but we are putting you on Strap Up this year. So.
I become very
So that's how, because you asked how do we pay the models?
Yeah.
Each designer that comes onto Strap Up pay a fee to be on Strap Up. So the money you pay is put in a different account.
Okay.
So every model gets paid from that account.
Okay.
2 years ago, when we did the first show at the mall, we went to EcoBank, and EcoBank were like, "Oh, we can pay you. We can pay the models for you." So after the show, and we picked 20 models every year. So after the show, EcoBank had opened some account for the people who came to the show and the models as well. So they just paid. They just had to pay. We pay them through those accounts. So EcoBank paid last 2 years, 3 years rather, at the mall. The first one we did, EcoBank took care of paying the models. So yes.
And Christian, you see, when they organized these fashion shows, he made mention that they introduced new designs, to their customers and all that. Do you think they actually make the markets, after they finish with the shows, not just here, but we see other regions?
Yes. I don't think that
they do
fashion shows get the impact they would want to get like it used to be. I'm sure Taylor Rahim himself knows that gone are the days fashion shows were selling, we're making a lot of business than it used to be now, because now people look at it from this angle. Well, just a click on my phone, I get to see the next shop on the phone, selling what kind of clothes. You understand? Why then do I have to waste a lot of time coming to sit, just watch people, walk on a runway? And so sometimes I sit down and I'm like, how are they able to fund all of these? Because they go there to do business. I mean, they organize these shows to do business. But how to attract people, the audience, to the venue will be an issue. How much are people ready to pay, to get
Just to
in
come
there,
and see a
see
new
people walk in there, and do they even, patronize the clothes they showcase there?
Yeah, that's what I want to
yeah,
know.
so
their clothes, when
see,
they bring it out, it's actually good in the market.
I'm coming.
Okay.
You see, I have a friend who says, "Don't postpone chilling." Chilling is an experience.
Yeah.
If today we go out today, whatever we will do outside, it's an experience that will stay in you for a long time.
Yeah.
You understand? When we sell strap up, we are not selling coming to buy clothes and stuff. We are selling you an experience.
Okay.
An experience that will stay with you for a long time.
Okay.
I have somebody who keeps telling me, say, what we did for Strap Up 2019, the one I mentioned, who keeps telling me, said, what we did Strap Up 2019, that we should do it again. So the last time I asked her, what exactly did we do?
So
you understand?
I think people are just enjoying the entertainment.
Yes,
part,
so it is the
entertainment
experience
part of it.
Okay.
Experience of going to you go to a live you are in a live band show.
Yeah.
You understand? Like basically they are introducing you. You are in the audience. They give you the microphone. You get on stage. Like those things. The experience. We are not selling you. Oh, come and buy clothes. No, the experience of the show that you go back home and go like, Charlie.
No, but if that be then why do you bring clothes?
Exactly.
On
So
stage?
yeah,
exactly.
but
Why
it
do
is
you
the
can
experience
tell you can tell me all of these. You see, and it is true that experience is important. But the thing is that the basic point is that
it's
you are there to
show
make
the
business.
dress.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
We are
That
there
is
to
the-
show
that is
you
the-
what we are there to show you what we sell. So it is up to you. Like you get 1,000 people, it will trickle down to 100. It will trickle down to 5 people buying. You understand? And every single time we get new people after the show. Every designer that comes on the show gets somebody new buying from them.
Yes.
Okay, so this one is very small and limited, I think, because
Now,
if
wait.
you bring your new designs out, it's not just for the people that attended the show.
No.
That's not your.
You see the people that attend the show, they always pull their cameras out. You understand? Someone contacted me from Accra, said they wanted this particular model to work on their show. They wanted this particular model. Why? Because somebody videoed her while she was walking. You understand? This is somebody who was never there.
You see, yes, I understand. Sometimes, you see, I'm not trying to criticize them or criticize him. What I share in what they go through. You understand? I don't know how they are able to, attract people to the venue, and how they are even able to pay for the venue and all of that. Because even in Western region here or secondary Takrady here, getting a venue is not an easy thing. You understand? And the amount you would have to pay to get a venue is not an easy thing. But they are able to do all of these. Unless he tells me that no, they are not there to make profits. Or no, I mean to make profits from what they are doing.
Yeah, it's just
they
the
just
entertainment.
the entertainment aspect, and people, they want to just see people being happy.
Happy.
But I don't think that is the case.
But we make profit. That's why we come back every year.
Okay, so for me, so that is the point. For me, what I see is that people now with the emergence of internet, people going to places like that, to just see people walk on runway and all that, I think it has reduced in a bit than it used to be then. I don't think a decade ago, if you want to organize, fashion show, the number of people that you're going to get into the auditorium just to see people walk on the runway, you get more than it used to be now. And yes, I know that is how it is. You see, if you look at all the fashion capitals, London, New York, the Milan, the Paris, even them, that is where we have the fashion week. The budget around $50,000 to $250,000. The amount of money they spend in there, and even with them, their numbers have decreased. As a decade ago, the numbers they were getting.
It hasn't reduced.
Decade ago,
It hasn't reduced.
It's
even difficult to get into the Milan fashion.
Yeah. So
show
what
an audience now.
What I'm saying here is that the conclusion I want to draw here is that
the numbers has reduced.
No, the amounts they were spending then will not be the same as the amount they are spending now.
The amount has now increased.
Yes.
Now,
so then it means that since the amount has increased now, it means that things will also increase.
Yes.
So why won't I sit in the home, just the click? I see these things.
But I'm sure if they tell you, Asamoah Gyan, let's say there's a stadium here, where the mall is, closer to everybody. There's a stadium there, and they tell you the day you and Asamoah is playing let's not say a competitive match, a charity game. And then you're paying something like 50 cedis or 20 cedis. There will be a number of people who would want to go to that stadium to go watch them.
So you guys are convinced? Okay, no, not. I mean, you are able to attract people to the venue.
Yes, Strap Up has been able to do that.
No, not. I'm talking in general terms.
Well, like you see,
okay, but let me get this very clear. I think you said the number has reduced.
Yes.
But wait. Yeah. I think most of the time, for instance, if I am attending a fashion show, it's because I want to see a new trend that probably I could, adapt to my style.
Yeah. Okay.
But most of the time, we end up seeing not anything too new. It's like the style is nice. The style is nice, but not something
that will wow you.
Yeah, that's probably we want to adapt to our. Yeah. It's just like styles. There's different.
So he will explain. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will explain that to us.
Finding it so interesting. To keep attending fashion shows and probably seeing styles that they've seen before.
You see,
maybe that's one of the reasons why.
See, it's everything with every point or every opinion you share. It is coming from a deeper part of you. You understand? She's sharing an opinion that comes from a deeper part of her because of her experience. You understand? Her experience she has basically seen the best designs around. She can basically she can basically make the best designs that you see on the runway. Like,
but don't you think there are people that are not even designers, but they also
there are some people who are only preview to the ones that they see. You understand? The ones that they are only preview to, let's say.
Okay, so for instance, you pick your phone, you see those things, yeah.
But there are other ones like if you search deeper, you would have seen. But those ones that you are searching deeper, we have seen them already.
You mean the organizers or the designers?
Designers have already seen those designs already. You understand? There was this upside down concept at one of the fashion shows, whereby the clothes they are wearing was turned upside down.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Recently, it came up. That design is from 2018, 2017, one of the fashion shows. But recently, it came out and everybody was talking. I'm like, upside down concepts is like 4 or 5 years ago.
No, probably somebody saw it at a show and also decided to add to.
But what I'm saying is, it's from a long time. But now it came out 2021.
But for somebody to actually decide that I am attending a fashion show is because they want to see something new.
So, but those people,
it's not like they don't see
those people who come most of the time they see something new. Yeah, you definitely see something new.
But you see, there is one interesting thing.
Yeah,
this fashion show, this fashion industry, there are issues in it. There are challenges, just like any other space or any other industry. Okay. Challenges are in there. But
I'm not cutting you, but whilst you tell us your opinion on the challenges and all that, try and wrap it up with what you think the future of the fashion industry would also be. So
I'll put the two together. Exactly. So what I was trying to say is that we have more designers coming up, but we don't have so many shows, so many fashion shows. It means what it tells us is that it is not really about the shows, and garment is not only about just the designs, but the kind of, you should experience it, just like he mentioned. So I shared with him, in fact I agree with him on the experience thing. There are not so many shows around, and this one, there are not so many fashion shows, but there are more fashion designers around now. People are more into fashion now than before. Yes. So for me, what I think is that, like you asked, what I think is that for the future, okay, so the future of the industry, it still looks bright. The future looks bright because, like I just mentioned, there are more fashion designers now. There are the shows are not so much. We don't have so many of the shows now, but we have more fashion designers. Once there are more fashion designers, it means that there is something in there. People are making, people are cashing in. from that angle. So once you have people venturing into those areas, going into those spaces, it means that there's something there that people want to tap, and we are going to have even more people entering there. And now people are not just, it is not just about going to just one side, learning how to sew, and that's all. People are adding a lot of things. Now you should be able to know how to even design the clothes. So then we have fashion designers now. People go to school to learn this. People go to fashion school to learn this. It is not like it used to be. Now people even study, marketing in addition to, the fashion, so they can market their clothing line or, their designs. So I see the future to be very bright. It is not going to go down now. Once there are more humans coming, we wear clothes every time. We put on something every time. People, and population, increasing here and there. Definitely you put on clothes. So I don't see the fashion industry going down anytime soon. It is going to be there, and the future is very, very bright.
Okay. Anafo BC.
Yes.
Hey, you told me it's Anafo BC.
Yeah, Anafo BC.
Okay, Anafo BC.
Yeah.
When Osebo was talking, he actually, made mention that the industry, we are not really taking the fashion serious and all that. He also made mention of some challenges, especially when it comes to organizing shows.
Yeah.
Okay, and I want to ask, what are some of the things that you think can help solve these challenges when it comes to the individuals, understanding fashion, maybe spending money, huge money to buy, and also organizers, the challenges that they face and all that. What do you think it could be some of the things that we could do to help solve this kind of situations?
Okay. So imagine going to a fashion show. Under your seat is a pack, like something that has been packed for you as the audience, like beside your seat. That is for you.
Like food.
Like a shirt.
Okay.
Like shoe.
Okay.
Like some products, like some fashion products just meant for you alone.
Okay.
Because you bought a ticket.
Okay.
You understand? And then imagine all the things that are there are on a limited edition. You are the only person who is going to have that. Nobody else is going to have that. You understand? We tried that. We've experimented that before.
With Strap Up?
Yes. Whereby we gave the people who bought the VIP ticket, we gave them something that was just for them.
Okay.
You understand? So imagine you are going to pay, you want a shirt already. But if you go to Strap Up and you pay 200 cedis for a ticket, you get the shirt that you've been looking for. You get the limited African print shirt that you want. Imagine if we have something like that. You definitely want to go to that show.
Yes,
but then we can only do stuff like that if we have enough funds to make those things. You understand? So, but we don't really have readily available funds to do that. So we have to move to the corporate people and then tell them, say, we have a room full of 300 to 200, I'm being realistic, 200 to 300 people in a room that you can talk to. If you want to activate any product, you can talk to them. Okay. If you want to do anything with these people, we can give you 200, 300 people seated for 2 hours that you can talk to. If we come to you with a proposal like this, if you are interested, you can get on board, right? Yes. But this is Takrade.
What is it? This is Takrade.
This is Takrade. Now, if we tell you, said this is it, now they will tell you they have to take it to Accra. And the decision will be made there. Kofi will tell you, oil what to Takrade, what to Accra. That is the truth. We will do the work here, but we will need the response from Accra. So, how do we bridge the gap from talking to the people here to Accra? The person, mind you, the person you are talking to from Takrade, after that meeting, like I said, it's so much job for them to actually connect. Yes. So those things get lost. So we lose sponsorship in that. Okay. So we are not looking for sponsorship that has to be approved in Accra. There are people in Takrade here who can really give us sponsorship. Okay. I can identify a lot of people. In fact, we've identified a lot of people who can give us sponsorship here. And then they are the ones we are basically moving to. We've basically moved to for this year's Strap Up. And then I think with these people, their help, we can do something like a whole week strap up whereby people will actually learn, not just come to the fashion show, the 2-hour, 3-hour fashion show and be gone. You understand? We can have seminars whereby designers will be taught certain things, models will be taught certain things. Audience can walk in and buy something at an exhibition village or something like that.
Yes.
You understand? So we can actually do all these things here in Takoradi if we get the people, the help from people in Takoradi doing it for us.
Yeah. I have a feeling that when it comes to this particular topic, we haven't even diced like.
I wanted to ask him one question, and I don't know how difficult it is, you know, getting models that fits the various designs that you make. I mean, you make.
My
Yes.
time is almost due, but
Okay.
definitely, as I said, there are lots of things that if we have to talk about, especially with this particular topic. Good. My time is not. It's not enough. But definitely, we'll have to come again.
Sure.
With
Sure.
this same topic again.
I have also
next
enjoyed
time
the conversation.
with this show, and then we'll have to maybe talk more about it, especially with the question that you just asked. You know that. But definitely, and Afubis, he has a lot of answers to so many questions. Okay, so we've been talking about fashion shows that goes on in our regions and communities and all that, you know, the things that goes into it, their challenges and all that. We had Osebo, the Zara man, also come through during the discussion. This show has been interesting. It is the Vybez show. Tonight, I was styled by Amy's Shop Afrique, that is Essa. He is located at Tadisco, Takoradi. If you want her to give you a dress for a wedding, engagements, funerals, parties, just contact her on 0244 692 816. 0244 692 816. She's located at Tadisco, Takoradi. My hair was also made by X and Y Artistry. She is also at Kwesimintim Hospital Road in Takoradi. And if you want to fix your weave-ons or a wig, if you need a wig for an event, or you want to braid, she also, you know, do locks, you know, natural locks, and also the braided ones. So if any style that you want, just contact her on 0578 128 100. 0578 128 100 and also 055 509 9033. 055 509 9033. My makeup was also done by Lodi's Closet and Makeup Artistry. Lodi's, thank you very much for making me beautiful tonight. Lodi's is located at Kojo Chrome, and if you want her to give you a perfect makeup for your wedding parties, photo shoots, you know, the better photo shoots and all that, just contact her on 055 631 3343. 055 631 3343. She's located at Kojo Chrome. Thank you so much for being part of the Vybez show. We really love the discussion that's going on. I know if I give you guys chance, we won't close. Yeah, because there's a whole lot of things that we should have actually talked about, especially when it comes to the models and all that. But definitely, we will have to come back again. So I just want to tell you that this is the Vybez show. My name is Baki. We'll meet again next week. Bye for now.